You're listening to Uizer Media. Hello the bold and the beautiful friends. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Do you believe in miracles? This holiday season, the Hallmark Channel will air Debbie McComber's joyful Mrs. Miracle, which promises a lot of Christmas enchantment. Rachel Boston takes up Mrs. Miracle's role, and Tanner Novlan from The Bold and the Beautiful joins her. Hallmark exclusive. Rachel Boston teases a new project with Andrew Walker. We have an idea. His character, Austin, is a manor caretaker who reunites with his first love when she goes home to settle her grandmother's estate with her two brothers. Mrs. Miracle brings everyone together after years of family feuds and broken hearts. Novlan admits to Soaps.com that Mrs. Miracle's secret was to empower the characters to work out their issues by pulling a few strings. She interferes just enough. Novlan calls himself a fan of Mrs. Miracle and jokes that he would love for her to sprinkle some pixie dust on days he needs to remember his soap dialogue. While she can't help on the set of The Bold and the Beautiful, he believes that the film's underlying message is about togetherness. I think why this movie really hits home well is because everyone is better together. It's good to talk things out and to work through things together and not get stuck in the past, which is so easy to do, he explains. Mrs. Miracle also has quite a few tricks up her sleeve, very similar to Mary Poppins' magic carpet bag. We had to ask Novlan what would be in his bag of tricks if he had one. It was a very easy answer for the dad of two kids, daughter Poppy, 5, and son Jones, 2, whom he shares with his wife, Kayla Dewell. Whatever my kids need, he says. I keep a magic bag in the front seat of my automobile. I bring them out and return toys, snacks, and anything else that children require. I'd have the Magic Man bag. That would be fantastic. He sounds like every dad over the holidays, knowing that a long drive to Grandma's place necessitates nonstop entertainment. Novlan may be in the early days of his Hallmark career. It's his second film with the network. But it seems like he's completely swept up in the festive enchantment they bring each season. At the end of the day, even if it's something heavy in the script, it's Christmas, Novlan says. You look around, there are twinkle lights, and it will all be okay. We can all work through it together. Debbie McComber's joyful Mrs. Miracle premieres Thursday, November 28 at 8/7 on the Hallmark Channel. For years, Bold and Beautiful had a Thanksgiving tradition that was as ridiculous as it was sweet. Family and friends, enemies and rivals would all gather around Eric Forrester's dining room table. People who couldn't stand one another wound up seated side by side, and before being permitted to eat, had to say nice things about one another. Who can forget the year Katie was seated between Bill and Brooke, who'd broken her heart? Or Ridge basically forcing Hope to congratulate Liam and Steffi on their new marriage? This year, we didn't get so much as an acknowledgement of the holiday, let alone that traditional gathering. I can't help but think that would have been an amazing setting for Ridge to expose Hope and Carter's relationship and attempted coup. Talk about a missed opportunity. A tale of two betrayals while much of this week centered on Ridge's reaction to what Carter and Hope did. Wednesday saw things shift to the other, previously kinda unmentioned betrayal. Brooke running straight to Ridge with what she'd overheard. This was a stunning move on a few levels. For one thing, it violated the show's golden rule, which reads, never take action until you have talked something to death. Not only did Brooke spill the beans instantly, she didn't even flash back to the conversation she'd overheard before doing so. Of course, we did get 2 solid days of Ridge and Brooke discussing the matter, but still, baby steps. It seemed odd that Ridge then reached out to Justin, of all people. Sure, they had that brief team-up a while back during Justin and Bill's falling out, but it still felt weird. Then again, Justin knows a thing or two about coups, having attempted one during Bill and Liam's incarceration following the demise of poor dead Vinny. But Wednesday's true highlight was the moment when Hope realized what her mom had done. Not since Brooke accidentally bedded, or should I say walled, IYKYK. Oliver had these two dealt with so consequential a betrayal. I actually think the fallout from this could, if played right, have a bigger impact than the attempted coup itself. Meanwhile, the short week ended with a pretty great cliffhanger, as Ridge basically drew a line in the sand by insisting that Carter's one chance at redemption would be to dump Hope. There are actually a few different ways this could play out, and all have the potential for strong drama. Frankly, it seems very unlikely that Carter will break things off with Hope, although the lovers could decide to fake a split while they plot their next move. What I really want, and this will come as a surprise to no one, is for Carter to say screw you, Ridge, and, with Hope by his side, start a whole new company. We finally got more information about what it was that drove Elektra to pack up her things and move to Beverly Hills, that is, swimming pools, movie stars. Anybody else find it odd that Elektra would keep the AI-altered photo on her phone? I have to think that the last thing I'd want to accidentally stumble across every time I went looking for a pic is that. I was also left wondering exactly how the photo was altered. Ivy's reaction indicated it was a whole lot more than a simple naked shot, fake or not. I'm also a little confused on the timeline. We know that the last time Ivy swung through town to Liplock Liam, she was living in Australia. For the life of me, I have no idea where it is that Elektra relocated from. Did I miss it? In any case, when did Ivy and her niece reconnect to the point that Elektra became an invaluable asset to her aunt's jewelry line? Questions, I have questions. I get that it was a short week, but couldn't we have maybe replaced one of the scenes in which Hope and Carter endlessly discussed what they'd done with a mention of Luna and the letters she's been sending Bill? Or heck, since we spent time with Ivy, why not have her pay Liam a much-needed visit? Despite making her feelings for him clear earlier this year, she's hardly mentioned him since returning on a, hopefully, more permanent basis. It upset me that when Ridge announced that he, Steffi, and Eric had founded Forrester Creations, Brooke did not feel inclined to highlight her own achievements. That's been a big narrative point for months, and at one time she had complete power. Refresh your memories here. Shouldn't Ridge have called his co-CEO, Steffi, when he discovered what Carter and Hope were up to? Meanwhile, I wanted to beat Ridge for claiming that everything Carter did was because Steffi was mean to your little lover. It sounds pompous, sanctimonious, and dismissive, yet it is also somewhat correct. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my OSR Media to our channel, and stay with us.